Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a bit different, but probably one of the most important videos that I'm ever going to make. If you're a lover of the ocean and sharks and you want to learn how to make a difference, then this is definitely the video for you to watch. I'm in Lombok, Indonesia right now, and Indonesia is the leading shark fishing nation, so this is why it's the perfect place for shark conservation to happen. A big reason why I'm on this trip right now is to come and see Project Hiu, which is the only organization in the world working with shark fishermen to end shark fishing. They work directly with shark fishermen to provide an alternative income through tourism, and in turn it will hopefully end shark fishing here in Indonesia and all over the world. What I'm going to show you today is what it looks like going out on a shark fishing boat, but for a snorkeling charter instead, with the very same men who have to fish sharks in order to provide for their families and make a better living for them. The fishermen also make a lot less money going out on these tours than they would actually going out and fishing sharks, but they choose to do the tours instead because fishing sharks is so dangerous and everything, and they don't want to be away from their families for 3 weeks at a time and risking their lives out at sea. Usually every month Project Hiu will hire out a certain amount of fishing boats. It kind of depends, I believe, on how much money that they're getting in donations that month and how much money that they're making. Kind of determines how much that how many shark fishermen they can pay to stay back from fishing that month. So I think this month they had 3 or 4 boats when we're here. I think they had 3 boats doing tourism. So that was really, really cool to see, but obviously they still have a boat that is contracted with them that is out fishing this month because they need to get so many donations every month in order to be able to replace that income for the fishermen. So if you're looking for a great organization to donate to, this is probably the absolute best one that you could possibly donate to, and hopefully you'll see why within all of these videos because these people are so amazing. I'm gonna voice over these videos that I shared from my day on the boat, and I also filmed a lot of footage for TikTok, so you'll see those in here as well. And make sure to check out the videos that I posted on TikTok about this experience too, because I'll go into more detail on those videos as well. Okay, let's get into the video. Probably see how fun that was. We had an amazing time out on the boat with the fishermen. They are truly the most amazing people ever. First off, the reefs were so beautiful here. We went to 2 different locations and it was absolutely gorgeous. They're all so knowledgeable about everything too. We were finding shells, we were seeing little black-tipped reef sharks. They have sea snakes there. We didn't see any, but that would have been really cool if we did. There was just a lot of different stuff to see, and it was really cool diving on a different reef than I'm used to diving back home. So that was really, really fun. Crazy because the fishermen were telling us that that bay used to be home to some very large sharks, like tiger sharks, which I can't even picture being there nowadays. It's so wild, but the reality is that all of the sharks that were in that close area to the island have been overfished over the years, and so there's really no sharks left. It's honestly kind of surprising that there's even those black-tip sharks there still, but I don't know. I want to say that that area might be protected now where we were today, but I'm honestly not 100% sure. But some of the fishermen have been fishing since the 60s. This guy right here, I'll put in a picture, he is the sweetest man, but he has probably seen some of the craziest things ever out on these fishing boats. And now that they can't fish sharks so close to land because they've overfished all of them and there's literally none left out there, they have to go so far out, and they'll be out for 1, 2, 3, maybe even more weeks than that at a time, just because they can't come back with an empty boat. They have to bring sharks back if they want to get paid and make money, and when they're out there, they're risking their lives completely to be out there. So hearing their stories, there was a portion on the tour today where they told us their stories of some of their times out fishing on the boats for weeks, and they're really, really, really crazy, dangerous, scary stories. And these men are so just strong, and it's truly crazy to think that there's a whole other side of the world where people are living so differently than what we're used to living every single day, and the extremes that they have to go to provide for their families is really crazy, and it's kind of amazing to see what they'll do in order to provide for them. This next part of the video is going to be the really hard part to see because you are going to be seeing a lot of dead sharks. We got to go to the market where they bring back their catch after spending weeks at sea. We got to see the entire process of them unloading the sharks from their fishing boats, bringing them back onto the floor, and then them carrying them off to like the market floor where they are going to be bought by shark fin buyers, and then the buyers essentially sell their fins off to like other countries. I believe that Hong Kong is like the biggest buyer of the fins here, so they'll buy the fins, they'll dry them out, and then they will sell them just in shark fin soup. Mind you, their fins have no nutritional value at all. If anything, they're bad for you. It's really just a symbol of status there in those countries. Voice over some of the video to kind of explain what's happening, but I'm also gonna leave in some of the bits of the talking and just of like the raw like feeling of being at the market, so you guys can kind of like experience it as well and see what it really sounds like at a place like this. Definitely hard to see, but I really recommend watching it because it has completely changed my view on conservation. It is 5 a.m. right now and we're going over to the shark fisherman market. It's where they bring all the dead sharks in, so it's gonna be really, really sad to see, but also something that I've been wanting to see for a really long time. So we're about to hop on the scooter and get going over there. Yeah, I'll update you. I'm not gonna talk while we're there, but I will talk after.
So if they're from Mariki, they'll drop their sharks off here. If they're from the mainland, they'll drop their sharks off over there. So I'm gonna run over there and check as well, because it doesn't look like there's a boat here. Those boats over there are from Mariki, but they're getting ready to go out because they're on the other side of the bridge. We'll walk over here and check if there's sharks on this side. Be careful on this because it's real slippery, so you can either crouch down that side or this side. They're going to pull them up along here. It's totally up to you where you want to be. You can be that side, you can be down there, but be careful of this because it's super slippery. Everything these boats have been bringing back lately is all juvenile, just so small. Everything.
It's crazy.
The only thing that kind of stops it is
They have a big shark.
Don't want it's the hammerhead.
Yeah.
It says that they hammerheads.
Yeah.
What about that one?
So that was obviously really hard to watch. Also, I'm back in my bedroom in America because I realized that I lost my outro clip for that video, so disregard. This is a couple weeks later. But anyway, yeah, really hard to see, obviously, but I think it's also so important to see, especially for anybody who's like into like marine conservation. I mean, it's important for anyone to see, but I just feel like when we hear of like shark finning, you don't really like think of all of that stuff that goes into it. I don't know, for me at least, I just picture like, okay, like the fins like are hanging up in a store for sale, or like they're going in the shark fin soup. You don't really see like the full picture of what actually goes into like shark fishing truly. So I feel like I'm hoping that this video kind of gives you a better picture of what that looks like and kind of gives you a better idea of like what Project Hiu is doing to stop this all from happening. Obviously this stuff isn't really talked about on mainstream media at all, so I think that it's really important to see what Project Hiu is doing and to follow along on like their social media so that you can kind of get updates and see what's actually going on behind closed doors. And you're never really gonna see this stuff on like Shark Week and National Geographic and places like that because I don't know, maybe it's too graphic for them to post about, or maybe honestly, I don't really know why they don't talk about it. I think that there's a lot of reasons why they don't talk about it, unfortunately. But that's why it's important for you to follow along on Project Hiu and everything that they're doing, because it's truly the most amazing organization, and like they're really just making the biggest difference ever for all of the sharks and all of the shark fishermen. They are so fun, they're so funny, they're kind, they welcome us into their homes, they give us things. Like I went home with like souvenirs from them, like they don't have anything to give, you know, but they're just like kind-hearted people. And I think it's really important to kind of separate like what the work that they do for, you know, to provide for their families, and then to separate like them as human beings, because like it's two different things. So hopefully with the help of Project Hiu, that can be focused more on tourism instead of shark fishing, because ultimately fishermen don't want to be fishing sharks. Like we already talked about, they would much rather be doing tourism and going out on fun little trips like you saw today. You saw how much fun that they were having in the water and everything, blowing their bubble rings, and they have literally the best eye ever for spotting wildlife. Like they were seeing sharks that I hadn't seen like at all. Like I would not have seen half of those sharks if it weren't for them. But yeah, this trip has completely opened my eyes to so many other things going on around the world, and it's completely opened my eyes to the actual effects of shark fishing and what shark fishing really looks like, and what conservation really looks like, because Project Hiu is doing conservation in a totally different way than so many other, you know, like conservation projects are. So I think that this is probably the best one that you could possibly follow along with. And if you feel called to donate, I think that this would be like the best place to donate to, because your money is literally going straight to these shark fishermen and to feed their families. And like when I tell you that they couldn't be more grateful, like I mean it. And yeah, hopefully I was able to help kind of bring some awareness and to show you guys like something that you're probably never going to see like on social media and on TV. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was probably like a little hard to watch, but I hope that you did make it through, and I hope that it kind of taught you what it taught me. So, well, I guess I will see you guys for my next video. Make sure to follow along with Project Hiu, make sure to donate, and also make sure to check out my vlogs on TikTok from this trip to Indonesia, because they're really, really special, and they show a little bit more of like the fishermen and the dives as well. So I think you'll really like them. But okay, thanks for watching.